Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you all are having a fantastic one. I am the Broke Gamer, and today we've got some very intriguing, very interesting as well news that came out yesterday regarding Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4. This article comes from Michael Gwillem and Dexero.com again, and it reads as follows: the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi series is finally being resurrected with a fourth installment in the franchise, but it turns out that Bandai Namco could be rebranding it. In Japan, the series went by Dragon Ball Z Sparking instead of Budokai Tenkaichi, with the second title called Sparking Neo and the third called Sparking Meteor. Now it appears the next Dragon Ball Z fighting game will use its Japanese name according to a September 26 trademark filing. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4 could be called Sparking Zero. As reported by Gematsu, Bandai Namco filed a US trademark for the name Sparking Zero, suggesting that they could be ditching the Budokai Tenkaichi name altogether. Of course, it's also possible that this name is a placeholder and it actually ends up being called Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4, as we all expect, or even Budokai Tenkaichi Zero, which maybe could be similar to what Mortal Kombat did with the Mortal Kombat 1 that recently released. It continues to read as such: we shouldn't have to wait much longer for the official information, as a large Dragon Ball panel is taking place at New York Comic-Con later this month, where news about the game is expected. The panel is also rumored to reveal the long-awaited return of Dragon Ball as an anime series in the form of Dragon Ball Magic. While this may be a letdown for those hoping for a return of Dragon Ball Super, it has been leaked that plenty of super characters will make their game debut in the next Budokai Tenkaichi, or Budokai Sparking. And the article further just goes on to talk about Dragon Ball Magic, the leaks, everything that they know about that series. So I'll just briefly mention that Dragon Ball is set to return in the form of a new streaming web anime called Dragon Ball Magic, and it'll be borrowing some elements from GT. Numerous leaks have surfaced pinpointing that Dragon Ball web anime will be revealed at New York Comic-Con, much to the chagrin of those who expected a return of Dragon Ball Super. Despite 2 movies released since the end of Dragon Ball Super's anime run, with the manga picking up the story, Dragon Ball is set to move on to a new series that will be streamed. That really comes as no surprise, as you know, streaming, whether people like it or not, it's here to stay, quite frankly. That appears to be the case for Dragon Ball as well. The article continues to say this is big news for Dragon Ball GT fans, because Magic will be incorporating some of that spin-off's ideas, only this time with Akira Toriyama's involvement, which is pretty huge in my opinion. He's essentially to Dragon Ball what George Lucas is to Star Wars, if I'm not mistaken. And then the article just continues to talk more about Dragon Ball Magic. Now, I won't go into what they're speculating as far as Dragon Ball Magic, since that's not what I'm really covering for the purpose of this video. But in short, I honestly don't care, guys, what they call the next game, as long as it's intended to be a sequel or a direct sequel to Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Obviously, as many of you know or have heard, we definitely will be getting a lot more news and clarity very soon at the New York Comic-Con. Just about everything Dragon Ball, but particularly Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4, or Sparking, whatever they decide to call this thing. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, etc. I'm always eager to hear what you guys think, especially regarding this. I'll stay on top of any other news regarding Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4, but until then, I hope that you all have an absolute fantastic one. If you found it helpful, useful, or anything along those lines, please be sure to drop it a like, guys. I really would appreciate it. But until next time, peace. Have a fantastic one. Catch you next time.